Oh my god, let's try something.
See what happened on TV
Oh
last
yeah,
night?
I always watch.
Oh my god.
It's so fun. It was so
Yeah,
good.
I watched that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi guys, I'm Stevie.
And I'm Selena.
And this Mirror Ball is Twin Talk. Selena, first, they had all the disco balls.
They had all the disco balls. I loved it when, like, later on in the episode when they did the Christmas dance, and they had the snowman disco ball. I was like, rewind it. I want to see it again. It was so cute.
Yeah, that disco ball was so cute.
It was so cute. And I just realized that because usually they do their not all the times, but sometimes they do their finale at Disney or, whatever. But I guess since there was 5 people in the finale, they probably didn't have money to rent out Disney, even though they own Disney, but
I know,
or
right?
Disney owns them, but
I made iced coffee today.
oh, cute. I love it.
It's freezing outside.
Sometimes a girl needs iced
we
coffee.
gotta get straight to the first part, which is that dress that Julianne Hough wore was the ugliest thing I think I've ever seen.
It was just so crazy because the wardrobe has been so great
good.
this year. Has been so great this year. And if it was all the mesh, because you know what? Gabby Windy to some awards show actually wore a dress like that. And it's not my favorite style, but like the way it fit her and the way the dress looked okay. But I just hate when there's like so many, I don't know, the bottom of it looked cheap and the top of it looked expensive, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And then it had like the brooch at the belt part. And then like, it's like insinuating that your ass cheeks are hanging out. I just don't think it's classy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's still a family show at the end of the day. And I feel like, yeah, sometimes the dancers are scantily clad and everything, but it's always tasteful, in the thing. And I don't know, like for some reason I did not like this outfit. What do you guys think? Let us know if you love it.
Please let us know.
Because I was just so disappointed because the wardrobe I've been really impressed with this year, because sometimes you see some of these outfits and you're like, woof, like who thought that was a good idea to put that on that person? Or like I always think back to when they made poor fucking Pasha dress up as a lion.
That was awful. With Carol
Baskin. And
yes,
poor guy, like that would haunt my dreams forever. Like,
so bad.
There's ways to do, like back a couple weeks ago when Lele did Simba, and they looked like these beautiful like ideas of a lion. They didn't have to be dressed up as a lion.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That was awful. Yeah, the dress was just like crazy. Okay, so this is something that they did. I've never seen them do this before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm taking crazy pills, but have they ever done like a pre-show?
No, so this is what I think happened, because I was like, wow, there's 5 contestants. They're never going to get through this episode when they're doing all this pre-show stuff. Mm-hmm. And then you texted me saying Dancing with the Stars is 3 hours. And I was like, oh, they really need to fill time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they did. You know what? I liked it, but at the same time, we already kind of did all of that with the semifinals. So if we wouldn't have done it with the semifinals, I wouldn't have minded it so much. But for the first 20 minutes, I was like, we just literally watched all these recaps for the semifinals.
I see what you're saying. But they played full-length dances and then had the commentary, which I thought was pretty cool.
I thought so too. I did like that. Because I did notice that. I was like, oh wow, they basically re-showed these dances. This is really cool. But yeah, I think my point is just like if that was basically done during the semifinals. So this is the first year they've done this. I don't know if they're going to continue with 5 contestants. 5 contestants seems like a lot. Like it was necessary for this season because shit would have hit the fan if Allison went home because she has so many fans, and shit would have hit the fan if Ariana or Sochi went home because they're the best dancers.
Correct.
So I think like just to keep their fan base happy, that was a smart move on Dancing with the Stars to keep all 5 in the finale. But at the end of the day, 5 in the finale is way too many. You still have a third of your people from the start of the competition. I don't know. It just feels like a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, I guess, special anymore, because if once you make it to the finale, it's like at least you get to do every single dance, whether you win or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I loved Jason's tango even better the second time watching it back. Like, I will say
Yeah.
that tango he did last week, was it a tango? No, it was a Paso Doble.
Paso Doble.
Was so good.
Oh, I love that dance because he gave it his all. Like technically it wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, like you could feel his heart like pumping out of his chest through the TV. Like it was just, he literally, when somebody says leave it on the dance floor, he left it on the dance floor, just like Barry did his last night. You know what I mean?
I loved fucking
And
Barry's.
I know he made a little cameo. I loved it. I love
I
it when they
know.
bring back all the stars to do cameos. Yeah, so I did think the interviews were okay. And I did like that they kind of talked in depth about each person. I thought that was nice. I said I loved the opening act. It was so fun. The disco balls looked
Helena.
so cool.
I was screaming at the TV. I was just like, what is happening right now? Like, my mind could not wrap around the fact that these motherfuckers came down on fucking disco balls.
Yeah, the thing is they all looked a little terrified.
They all looked terrified for their lives. They looked terrified.
They all looked really scared. But
oh my god,
it was so cool. It was so
it was so cool. And then it sort of gave me a little Bachelor in Paradise vibes when like they went, I think it was Adrian, where he like looked at the camera and then smiled and it zoomed in on him. I'm like, what is happening right now?
It was choreographed by Ray.
It was choreographed by Alan. No, that Christmas one was choreographed by Alan and Britt.
This
one was choreographed by who?
Ray Lepper. I wrote down what I thought they said his name was, but I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch everything, because even though I had so much fun last night and we got dressed up and we went to a nice dinner and we watched the finale, there was just everybody's talking and everybody's excited and there's just a lot going on, and you know what I mean? Sometimes sometimes it's nice just to, because like with us, like if we're going to talk, which we do, like sometimes it'll take us 4 hours to get through Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Because we pause and we talk, but we pause it.
We don't miss
you know what I mean? And so, but like, I don't want to ask, when I'm a guest at somebody's house, for them to pause it so they can talk. So there was just a lot happening. And so I couldn't really hear his name, but I wanted to look him up because obviously I knew that dance wasn't choreographed by Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore has a very specific style of dancing. So I was like, oh, I wonder who choreographed this. And it was like Ray Lepper or Leaper or something. So I'll have to look him up.
Okay. All right. So let's get right into redemption dances. Okay. Allison and Sasha redid a salsa. They did a salsa week 1. Carrie Ann was her guest judge and wanted her to be more sexy. She thought that, she wasn't sexy enough during the first one, which I can agree. I mean, we can all tell, especially looking back at the videos, how far Allison has come.
Wow. Yeah.
I have a couple of problems with this dance. First of all, I felt like the pants did her a disservice because the fringe gave away all of her mistakes. Like,
that's true, but I did love her outfit.
I loved her outfit, but I just felt like for instance, Charity has been wearing a lot of those fringe pants, and Charity technically is a really great dancer. So like when she spins, the fringe just stays out and open, and it looks really and it looks awesome. But when Allison was dancing, she was messing up steps. I mean, it was a lot more advanced than I thought. There was a lot of content, but unfortunately, the fringe really gave away.
Yeah.
Her mistakes. And also, like, Carrie Ann's note was for her to be more sexy, but that wasn't a sexy song.
Well, that's what I said too. I was like, the dance was cute, but the dance isn't sexy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. And Carrie Ann really has thrown me for a loop this season, because usually we're really on the same page. fellow Capricorn, but I don't know, something about the season she's been off because, and we'll get to Charity's dance later, but she did the same thing with Charity. She's like, I want to show emotion, and then she gave her a stiff face dance, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll get to that in a second, but back to Allison, I agree. Like, I loved her outfit, and I will say she has come so far, and you know, she performed, like, she obviously performed the dance so well, and I had fun watching it. But I'm glad she went first. Just because I was so excited about how good the rest of the dances were potentially going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt like you want her to be sexy, then give her like a Roomba or something.
Yeah, or like an Argentine tango. Or I mean, salsa is sexy, but that just wasn't a sexy song.
Yeah. The song was,
it didn't work for me. I thought it was really sweet that Harry was crying his little eyes out in the back. Like, he obviously is a very sensitive person.
Yeah.
She got a 9 from Carrie Ann and 2 8s. Probably a straight 8 dance for me, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, true.
Next was Jason and Daniela. Their redemption was Foxtrot. The guest judge was Bruno. Bruno's thing that he wanted Jason to work on was his really stiff frame. I agree. Like, his Foxtrot to a Whole New World on Disney. Oh my God, 100 Week was the first dance that I was like, "What the hell, Jason? Like, this isn't good."
Yeah.
It was his first dance in frame.
Yeah. I was happy that he redid the Foxtrot. I actually liked it. I liked the background. I thought he did a pretty good job. I mean, once again, you could just tell that he was leaving it out on the dance floor. Like, not that he let technique go out the window, but you could tell that he was just giving it his all.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it really wasn't my favorite dance. Like, I was a little disappointed that was his final, like, freestyle is the final, but that was like one of his final night dances. Because he did a lot better than he did the first time he did Foxtrot, but I just don't think Foxtrot is his jam.
Forte, yeah, he's really good because this happens at the end, but because Derek had said, I really want to see you do like a Las Vegas residency where you're singing and dancing. I think that'd be really cool. And I wrote that down. I was like, I love what Derek said. I think he could really, really rock that. And then at the very end of the show, he performed a song, which we'll get to, and he was kind of dancing. And I thought that he was in his element there. Like, I loved it.
Oh, I agree. He did. I loved his number at the end, and we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get there.
But he got 3 10s.
He got 3 10s, but we also have to speak about this. What the hell was with the alien people behind the judges? Did you see that? Behind the judges, only for this dance, they were wearing alien glasses, little alien antennas, and I'm like, is something happening? Is there a shtick happening that I don't know about? What is going on?
Let us know in the comments if you know. Like I said, I didn't notice anything, but once again, it was kind of just chaotic the whole entire night.
Weird. I was like, okay, this is crazy.
So I probably missed a lot.
All right. So next was Ariana and Pasha. Their redemption was a samba. Their guest judge was Derek, and he wanted to look for refinement and quality of movement.
I'm disappointed.
I'm so disappointed too. This was a straight 9 dance to me. They fucked up. Well, they literally fucked up. Like, they missed.
She always has been so confident and has known her shit, and it was just strange. She looked, there was a few parts and she just kept on moving, which was great, but like, I don't know, she looked lost for some reason. And I was like, I felt so bad for her because she has been consistent throughout this whole entire process and its finale. So I don't know if nerves got the best of her. I don't know what happened. Samba's always hard for me because it's not my favorite. I hated that they slowed the music down. That song for the samba did not need to be slowed down.
Yeah, I think
did you notice how slow they played that song?
What?
Did you notice how slowed down that song was?
Yeah, it didn't feel right. I didn't particularly like the music. I felt like there was no freedom. I felt like she never took a breath. I was like, take a breath, girl. You have to breathe. You have to
Yeah,
breathe. I
yeah,
mean, it was
I agree.
obviously better than the first samba technique wise, I guess, but I was really disappointed in that dance. I thought it deserved straight nines. Carrie Ann gave it a 9. Bruno and Derek gave it a 10. I thought it was straight
Yeah.
nines. I was really disappointed in that dance.
Yeah, I was so upset. I was so mad because we know she can freaking do it.
Yep. So I don't know what the hell that was about, but whatever.
Yeah.
But guess who danced next?
Charlie and Mark.
And Charlie.
And it was flawless.
It was flawless. I loved it. There was so much nuance, so much content. And I liked that there was sort of a little bit of everything. There was some jive, there was some tango, there was some quick step, there was traditional ballroom like in there. Like it was just awesome.
And the speed changes and just them dancing together is just so good. Mark is obviously just an amazing choreographer. He just had a little baby.
Yeah.
So he's a dad. But yeah, I loved watching them. I love that they brought them back to do a little dance. It was perfect.
Yeah, there's nothing to think. It was perfect.
There's nothing to say. Yeah, like it was perfect.
I think Charlie is honestly the best contestant they've ever had. She is.
And you know what? She surprised me because like when I see her, like I've never watched the show really before, but I've seen little clips. I don't know, like I just did not expect that to come out of her for some reason when I see her.
Because she seems so, even the second the dance is over, she sort of like
She
becomes
seems
a
like
turtle and like crawls into herself and seems very shy and can't really make eye contact and like and seems like whatever. But when she's on the dance floor, like she fucking lights up the room.
Yeah, it's wow.
Bizarre.
I mean, it's so good. It's so good.
All right. Let's go to Charity and Artem. Their redemption was a tango. Carrie Ann was the judge. She wanted her to work on confidence. I don't think confidence is the right word.
Yeah.
Like, she needs to work on emoting. But I was gonna say this because it made me think, because I know last week we said some things about Charity that maybe felt untasteful to some people. And I was going to say that in the packages beforehand, Carrie Ann had said that Ariana had the ability to emote through the lens. And right when she said that, I was like, that's it. Like, that's what we're trying to say about Charity. Like, and all the bachelorettes, like, I feel like every bachelorette has had this problem, is they can't make you feel the feelings through the screen. That's a whole other
like
level.
maybe it's different when you're there in person.
Yeah.
Because it is hard. It is hard when, like, if you can't feel it through the screen, that's not an easy task to do.
Yeah.
That's not an easy task to do. But I do think that's right.
Yeah.
But it sucks because obviously, once again, her technique was on point. Her dance was good. I
liked the
honestly
music.
thought I liked the music. Was it this choreo? I can't really remember the choreo. You know how sometimes Artem just falls flat, but if we were going to work on emotion, I just feel like maybe she should have had a more emotional dance instead of like a hard dance.
I agree. Like, I felt like the dance was cool, the music was cool. She was in character, but once again, I still didn't feel it. Like, I personally didn't feel it. Carrie Ann said she messed up. I don't know if she messed up or not. Like, Carrie Ann said she did. Derek said it was the best dance of the night. Technically, yes, technique-wise, it was the best dance of the night, but I just don't feel her emotions. And I agree with Carrie Ann, because I think she should have got straight 9s simply because she didn't follow the instructions. If we're being graded on the judges coming in and saying, you need to work on this, I feel like the other contestants took those notes and worked on them. Well, not Allison. Allison wasn't sexy. But Allison got
9 and 8.
So that made sense. You know what I mean? So she got a 9 from Carrie Ann and 10s from Derek and Bruno, but to me, she didn't follow the instructions.
Right. I agree.
So it was a really good dance, technique wise, chef's kiss, like, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Barry and Peta did a little dance. I loved it.
So cute.
You know what I love about Barry?
Ripped off the set.
Oh, I know. I just love, like, he seems like someone who has zero regrets about his life, like when he's in the sunset of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he just seems like somebody who, I don't know, he just seems like truly joyous and like
grateful and happy
grateful and a happy man. And I just love that about him.
I know. I love Barry so much.
All right. So next was Xochitl and Val for their redemption. They did a foxtrot. Bruno was their best judge. He had said that in the last time they did it, which is true, she lost balance of the dance and he wanted more stretch. He said that she was too sharp on her movements and she needed to like stretch and breathe through it. I loved it.
I loved it too. There was just a little, it wasn't even a flub at the end. They just missed each other's hands.
They missed each other's hands when they were doing
it. But like the thing is everything is so technically perfect that little hand miss for me, like I was just like, damn, that sucks. Like it's really not that big of a deal.
And they went through it regardless.
And they went through it, yeah, regardless. Yeah. Like they didn't miss a beat, like whatever. But then when they did the replay and they were telling about how perfect the dance was, they re-showed that moment in slow motion. I thought that was weird.
I know. I'm like, why would you show that moment? I thought it was sweet that she wore Whitney's old dress. And I loved that the foxtrot, because usually the foxtrot is like very like elegant and classy. And like this was elegant and classy, but it still had an edge to it, which I like because Sochi is edgy.
Right.
You know, so I really liked that. And that to me was the best redemption dance.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
I love that redemption
did
dance.
an amazing job. She overall, for those out of all those people, she had the best redemption dance of the night for sure.
Yeah, totally.
She got straight 10s.
Yep, straight 10s. So then we go into the freestyles.
Yeah, but before that, they did a Christmas dance.
I loved it.
And that's when they had the disco ball snowman, which was freaking awesome. Julianne looked so hot in that red outfit.
Oh, Julianne's a babe. That's why I get upset when she wears dumbass dresses.
No, I fucking agree. And then she went back to that dress and I was like, can you not wear this hot little red number for the rest of the night? Like, woo! Like she looked so good in that outfit. And obviously she's an amazing dancer. And I loved that her and Alfonso like sang. I thought it was so cute. I love that they're I thought it was fun. I loved the dance.
Alan and Britt choreographed.
Yeah. Like I thought it was so fun.
Rashid Jennings, Hannah
Whitney
Brown
Carson came back. I love that Rashard Higgins was there.
Yeah.
Like, because I love Rashard. So that dance was really fun. I really liked it.
I did too.
So we're at the freestyles.
Yeah, freestyles. Okay, so Charity and Artem went. Her whole package was she got punched in the jaw when they were like working on a move. That was crazy. I'm sure that hurt. She was and you saw the pain on her face. She was just like,
oh my God. She was like, I'm scared to open my mouth. And I was like, oh my God, because like if your jaw, when you hit your jaw like that, and tooth pain is no fucking joke. We know this.
Yeah.
When your teeth hurt, you want to die.
Yeah.
You do not want to dance.
I actually thought the opening, like the intro little part dance, like she killed it. And I was like, okay, yes, this is what I'm looking for. Charity.
Yes.
And then
it went straight into the cheer routine.
And that's what was a really cool cheer routine.
That's the thing. If we were on a cheerleading competition, fuck yeah, Charity would take it. Like, she's obviously amazing. Her core work, I mean, to be thrown in the air like that and to not only do that, but to have trust in people, that is amazing. That is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But this is Dancing with the Stars. And I know freestyle, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But be creative. That was not a creative dance to me. That was a creative cheer routine.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see, like you said in the beginning, when she was kind of dancing, I thought it was just like the warm up to like a bigger dance with cheerleading in it.
Yeah.
And it just became a cheerleading show. And don't get me wrong, it was cool, but it would have been cooler if they incorporated cheerleading into dance moves.
Yeah.
Like just like how when Lindsay Sterling played her violin while she was dancing, they didn't just have a moment where she just was playing the violin. She was playing the violin and doing
And
the motherfucking
dancing.
dance.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. That was creative.
Yeah.
But no, this just turned into cheerleading, and I was just so disappointed in it because freestyles are so fun and creative, and I just did not feel it was, for me, the creative that I wanted to see Charity, because I was actually really excited. Obviously, we knew she was going to do cheerleading in her freestyle. Like if she didn't, I would be so freaking surprised.
Yeah.
But I was so excited to see what the choreography would be, like how they were going to incorporate the dance with the cheerleading. But that's not what it was.
I know.
So I was sad, and she looked a little scared. Like since she probably hit her jaw.
Yeah.
She was looking a little timid.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is in the beginning, she actually killed it in that little like warm-up section. Yeah. And I was like, okay, yes, this is what I want to see. And then like for the most of the middle of the dance, she just looked like
fuck. Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
Like forcing, and then after she was done with all the stunts and it was just a little tag of the rest of the dance, she loosened up a little bit more. But she got straight 10s. I mean, it's hard to not give 10s
drum line
style, huh?
I love the little drum line.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a fun routine. I just, like you said, I wish there was actually more dance incorporated into it, but
yeah.
Next was Jason and Daniela.
She got straight 10s.
Huh?
She got straight 10s.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. I loved Jason and Daniela's. I thought it was fun. It reminded me of like seeing like a classic Broadway show. I loved the time steps in the beginning. I thought that was so sweet.
Stevie, he had the best freestyle of the night, I think.
Yeah.
I freaking loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Jason's and I loved Sochi's.
I love Sochi's too, but I don't know. There was just something about Jason's that it was nonstop.
It was nonstop. Like, it was fun. It was like it felt like the embodiment of Jason.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Like they really nailed it on the head with that.
Yeah, like the Lindy Hop is totally his jam.
Oh yeah, totally. Like once again, he just like left it all on the dance floor. Like that's what I love about Jason. What?
He left it on the dance floor.
He left it on the dance floor, and that's what I love about him is like, yeah, he has had this kind of like journey. You know, he started off strong, then he kind of, the technique wasn't really there and hold, and then he came back, and then, you know what I mean? He's kind of had this flow, but he was just, where Sochi has just been good from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like there was just something about Jason that, because I wanted Jason, and we'll get to obviously who won and all that stuff, but I wanted Jason to like get third. But after tonight, I was like, I don't know, like if we were just basing it on tonight.
Oh yeah, if we were just basing it on tonight, Jason was far superior than some other people.
Yeah,
like Ariana and Pasha, who went next. Listen, I did not like this dance.
Yeah.
It was, first of all, it wasn't the vibe that I was hoping for her. Like, she did good. The song choice was interesting. I guess it makes sense because like this entire time she's been painted as like this, like she got cheated on. And now she's a woman coming back into her power. Like, so I guess the dance made sense in that sense. But like, to me, Ariana, I mean, I loved her Britney Slave for You. And I felt like she emulated Britney very well, but it felt like they were trying to like redo that a little bit, and to me it just didn't work. Like she just doesn't have that vibe to me, and I didn't particularly like the choreography that much.
I agree with you in the sense that like she already did Britney night and she killed it, and then I felt like she basically, even though it was Beyonce, she looked like Britney, like and she dressed kind of like Britney. She had like a Britney night.
Yeah.
Again. And so I wish I would have seen something maybe a little bit more different. I mean, bitch can dance,
Yeah.
you know, and she definitely, I feel like, saved all of her energy for her freestyle, which I don't really like because you have to, you know, you can't just mess up on your redemption dance and then give it all on your freestyle. Like, you have to be able to do both, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it just sucks because like Ariana was always in my top. But after last night, Jason surpassed Ariana for me.
Oh, I agree. I totally agree. Jason, just based on last night's episode, Jason was stronger than Ariana.
I agree.
He just
I
was.
agree. And but you know, it was so sweet when they went into the skybox and she was like, you could just tell how happy she was to be in Dancing with the Stars. And when she's like, you know, I think this is the beginning for me, I was like, you go, girl, you fucking go.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I think that with the year she's had, you know, that being on Dancing with the Stars and making it into the finals, regardless of what place she got, you know, like, is life changing.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
Next was Alan and Sasha. Her first of all, her one daughter looks exactly like her.
I know.
I'm like, oh my god. She got through it, but honestly, like, I feel like they had a lot of salsa in this number, and that's one of her worst dances, like that she can't really control that much because she's always been really stompy and like no hip action. I mean, it looked like she had fun, but I didn't like the choreo. Sorry, Sasha. I didn't think the choreo was that good.
Yeah, the choreo wasn't my favorite, which is surprising because I usually really like Sasha's choreo. And I really like Sasha, but I did the music for me, like that's what I love about the freestyle when they add in like little like personalized bits when she got up and she was like that one time on Dancing with the Stars. I was like,
that was so
this
funny.
Is so cute. Like I really like that. But at the end of the day, and this is rare that because she got 2 9s and a 10, and it's pretty rare to not get straight 10s on your freestyle. Like usually that's kind of like your fun throwaway dance for everybody. Usually their scores don't fluctuate because the freestyles are you and it's fun and it's expression. But like she was stiff, like when she was doing the African arms, like she was so stiff, and that needs to be, you know, a little bit looser and like fun. And so like her technique kind of that she's worked so hard on kind of went out the window, I would say, for her freestyle. But once again, you could tell that she was having a blast. And I loved the whole like one time I thought that was so funny. It was
clever.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that makes sense that they did it, but I wasn't expecting it. And I just thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
But it was deserved 2 9s. I think it should have been straight 9, but you know, once again, freestyles.
Well, and Bruno said from the hearts of the people a 10.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
but Derek said, fear is a reaction, but courage is a decision. I love that. I thought that was a nice little quote. He always is coming out with the quotes.
I know. He will, you know, he does those little like poet bullshit things like on his Instagram. I love Derek.
Yeah, Derek's just like, he's an artiste, you know?
He's an artiste. Yeah, he is. Okay, so next was, last but not least, was Sochi and Val. First of all, in their package, I loved that Val was wearing a shirt with Sochi's face on it.
I
thought that was really funny. And I definitely think Val has softened since being a dad, because like I remember the first couple of seasons when I started watching Dancing with the Stars, Val, like I always loved his choreo and stuff, but god damn, he always seemed so hard. Like but he really has softened up, and I like seeing this side of him. I mean, he can play the violin. He played the violin in the beginning. I thought that was really sweet. It was cultural. It was fun. I think out of everybody, she knows how to work the camera the most.
But she's also a movie star.
And so like,
if you don't know how to work the camera, well, oh yeah, I loved the candles. I mean, technically, she's so good. Their partnership obviously was.
They have the best chemistry.
They had the best chemistry out of all of the contestants. Like,
Yeah.
they just had almost like this sweet kind of dad-daughter. And once again, I don't know if that could have happened if he hadn't had his son, you know, like you said, after he had Rome, like, he does seem softer and sweeter, and I don't want to say kinder, because I think he's probably a good person, but like, and who knows, maybe it's just the Russian in him, but like, he has seemed kind of hard in the past.
Yeah.
But now he seems kind of tender and more loving and stuff. And I feel like he probably did look at Sochi as like his daughter in a sense. And that's something that I loved about their relationship is, and we talked about this before, is he never sexualized her.
Yeah.
Everything she did was very it obviously amazing, and she can be sexy and she can be this and she can do all of that, but still
it had
in
that
an innocent way.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it was never too out of her age range. And
Yeah.
I really appreciated that about Val. But like, now that he has a kid, I don't feel like he would do that to somebody. Like, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah. I don't think he would do that. I loved their dance. I loved it. So
Yeah.
then Jason performed, I feel like, dancing.
I didn't know he sang that song. I freaking loved it.
You didn't know he sang that song?
No. Every single song Jason sings, I'm like, I didn't realize this was you.
Yeah, I love that song. You know, I love songs about like dancing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that dance. I love that Derek came in and sang and danced with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Mandy Moore did the choreography. You can obviously tell.
Yeah.
It's so funny. The confetti got out of control. There was confetti in people's hair. There was confetti in people's dresses. Like, at the very end, Riley like posed and then got confetti in her mouth, and the camera was just on her going like this.
Yeah.
Confetti on her mouth. I'm like, what is happening with all this confetti? But they also told us that Charity, Harry, and Sochi are going to be in the Dancing with the Stars tour.
In select cities.
I don't know. I really want to see the tour, but I just don't know if it's going to work out for me based on where the tour is, based on my work schedule, based on where you are.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I want to get tickets so bad, but I don't know if I'm going to be here I don't know what my living situation is going to be at that time. So like, I really can't be getting tickets in advance anymore for anything.
So I think this Dancing with the Stars tour, we just got to play it by ear. I'm really hoping we can get to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that in Denver, they're here in March.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the East Coast. I'll have to look up, but like, I think we would be okay getting tickets last minute.
I think so too.
Yeah. It does suck because obviously you want like really good seats, because you want to be able to see their feet and see the sweat dripping, you know what I mean? But then sometimes it's nice to be a little bit far back, because then you see the full picture.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's like, we always watch the full picture on our TV screens. So sometimes it's nice to be like up and close, but we'll have to talk about that, because obviously if I go, it'll be like 3 years in a row or 4 years in a row that I've gone, and I really like doing it, but I can't get tickets right now, not knowing where I'm going to be in life.
Yeah, no, I feel you. So I'm hoping it works out. Send out all the good vibes for us. And if you guys go, we'll let you know when we're going, and we'd love to maybe meet you, chat up. First of all, before we get to winners, I just thought it was so funny when they were doing the we love you. What is that called? The packages, like the cheering on packages.
Yeah.
And Jason's cats was speaking.
I was dead.
I was just seeing
whoever voiced that was I was like, that's how you think the cat sounds? It was just so funny.
I know. It was so funny.
I loved it.
All right. So we're down to it.
So 5th place. Who is it, Stevie?
Allison and Sasha. That's what I expected. That's what I think was deserved.
Totally I think it was fair. I think that she's happy with the decision. Like, at the end of the day, I think everybody's just happy to make it to the finale. Yeah, would you want to win? Yes, but it was fair. It was fair. Based on dances. This that, yeah, your personality and the America's vote obviously count for something. And that's how Allison got to the finals, is because America's vote.
Yeah.
And, you know, I am happy at the end of the day. I know that I was kind of like, she needs to go home. But, you know, I am happy that she made it to the finals, because I think she is a really good person. And you could tell how hard she has tried and how hard she has worked. And that counts for something.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
And so I am happy she made it to the finale, but I am happy she got 5th place.
Yeah, me too. 4th place, Charity and
Charity. I think very well deserved.
Deserved. I would have been upset if she got 3rd, 2nd, or 1st. I think
I agree.
Exactly where she needed to be.
Yep. I agree.
Just because she started strong, and she just was plateauing the entire time. She never fully came out and emoted like the judges and we've always said. And part of that is Artem, and we talked about this last week. Like, Artem doesn't really know how to emote, so how can he teach emotion? But
yeah,
4th place, totally deserved. 3rd place, Talena, go.
Ariana. So based on last night's performances, I think that's fair. Jason did better than Ariana.
Totally fair.
Overall, for the competition, I was a little surprised. I did think Jason would probably get 3rd. But I'm not mad about it. I think I don't know, there was something about Jason the last 2 episodes, the semifinals and the finals, and he even said it himself. He was like, I started off and then I did kind of dip, and then I realized, like, I want to be here. I want to do this. Like, I need to give it my all. And he did.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm not saying Ariana didn't. Obviously, she's a beautiful dancer and, whatever. But I was okay with Ariana getting 3rd.
Yeah, I was okay with Ariana getting 3rd too. And then it was down to Jason and Sochi. Sochi got 1st place. And honestly, it was so deserved.
She's been the most not only the most consistent, but every single dance of hers has been good. She never plateaued. Overall, I feel like Val's choreography was really good this season.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah, so I'm happy with the placements.
I am too. And, some of these people like get to go on, Dancing with the Stars tour anyway. So you made it to the finals. You got to do every single dance.
You made all your monies.
Yeah. This is Val's 3rd time winning.
His 3rd? Okay, I thought it was his 4th.
No, it's his. Well, that's what Julianne Hough said it was his 3rd. It was his 3rd.
I don't know why I feel like he's won so many more times.
I feel like he has 2. But did you see the little Instagram video of Rome with the mirror balls?
No.
Oh my God, it's so cute. Go watch it. Rome is sitting like on a couch with the Jenna and Val's other mirror balls. Just like sitting around him, and he's like touching them, and it's so cute.
Why is he literally like the cutest, chunkiest baby ever?
He's so chunky. I love him. They had a huge confetti budget, I guess, because there was so much confetti, you couldn't even see anybody. Everybody's like going through the confetti like, wait, I have to ask you a question.
Yeah, they had a big confetti budget. Yeah, overall, I think a successful season.
I agree.
Was it my favorite season? Every season's so different. It's hard to say,
Yeah, no, I know. It's I think overall, dance wise, there wasn't, I didn't really have any too emotional moments where I was like a sobbing mess because the dance was so good.
I don't have a lot of dances that I'm like when I'm thinking back on the season, I'm not like, this dance I remember perfectly in my head and I have to rewatch it a million times. Like, for instance, when Sharna and James Hinchcliffe did their Roomba. I consistently watch that dance. Like, there's something about that dance. I know it inside and out in my freaking head. I love that dance. Like, I think about it, They're really, besides the freaking group dance to Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
I think that was the fucking best dance of the season.
That was a good dance.
That was so good. So like I would say in this season, that would be the one dance that I do kind of think about and I really, really remember. But I don't know, everything else kind of seems like, I don't want to say a blur. And who knows, maybe it was because of the atmosphere I was watching in, and maybe I couldn't really connect with the dances as well as I wanted to, or like you and I can do, because
Yeah.
we can pause it and we can talk about it or we can rewind. And I really wasn't in that kind of environment this season. So who knows? Who knows?
I mean, overall, I enjoyed the season. I felt like it went back
Yeah.
to its sort of roots of like, you know, being a little bit more just casual in the sense of the people who can dance and who are on. It felt like there was a high standard, and everybody for the most part tried to rise to it.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Another season in the books.
I know. And it's like, it's so bittersweet because I love watching the finale, but now we have to wait another year, you know?
I know. And they used to do it 2 times a year, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I just, who knows, maybe they'll have like a little spin-off. That's what I think they should do, is I think they should have a full season every year in the fall when it starts.
Yeah.
And then I think they should have like a little like 6-week intensive like they did
Yeah.
with the all sports or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they could just do a different theme every year, I think that'd be really cute.
I agree.
Or like I think it, like maybe, you know, because Barry was such a hit, like let's have, and they just had Golden Bachelor, let's have a Golden Dancing with the Stars.
Oh my god, I would be obsessed.
It doesn't have to be a full season. It could be, oh yeah, it could be a little 4-week thing, just like the I think it was 4 weeks for the sports.
Yeah, no, it was like 4 weeks or 5 weeks. Like it was very short.
I think it was 5 weeks, yeah. It was very short. Like, and if you just do like a little thing just to like tease us in the middle of the year before we get to the actual full season, and you just have these little tiny whatever, then
you obviously have the budget
really
for it. Jesus.
Yeah. And also, side note, next Dancing with the Stars, I really want to do a bracket again.
Oh, I want to too. We need to do that. And I was
talking with Brady about it, and I think it would be, I think it might be a little bit of work for us, but whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah. Because like when we did a bracket a couple seasons ago on Iman's season, we just did it for the beginning, but I think we should do it for as points every single week. So like if one of your people get picked out, then you know you draw again, and then you add up your points at the very end, and whoever has the most points wins. And then we could also have you get an extra point if you're the closest guest to how many times Bruno falls out of his chair, how many times, you know, Carrie Ann cries or something, you know, or how many times Derek does his slow clap, like, you know, and then you get points added on to your final score based on that. So I think during this little break of Dancing with the Stars, we should come up with some game rules.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, we can do that when I see you for our birthday. And we can really, I think it'd be really fun, you know, start with a $20 buy-in and try to get some people in and, you know, do a little bracket.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it.
Yay! All right, guys, let us know how you felt about this season, about the finale. Did you think the winners were deserved? We want to hear all about it. Like, share, subscribe. Keep looking us up. We have other stuff coming your way. And signing off for this season of Dancing with the Stars.
Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Eggs and bacon.